You know, we hear it all the time. Is AI going to replace coders or artists? But while everyone's focused on that debate, one of the world's oldest professions is quietly having this massive revolution. And I bet it's probably not the one you're thinking of. All right, let's just cut right to the chase. That big question, is AI coming for your accountant's job? I mean, really think about it. The finance team at your company, maybe your personal CPA, are their days numbered? Is all this sophisticated software really about to make their skills obsolete?
Well, the headlines, they love a simple story, right? Human versus machine, the big showdown. But the reality? Oh, it's so much more nuanced, and frankly, way more interesting. See, this isn't really a story about replacement. It's a story about redefinition.
Okay, so first things first, let's just tackle that myth of the dying profession head on. Because, well, the actual data, it paints a very different picture.
I mean, if accounting were really a dying field, somebody forgot to tell the global economy. Because get this, the market is projected to absolutely explode, soaring past $800 billion by 2029. That is not the sign of a profession on life support.
And it's not just about the sheer size of the market either. We're looking at a solid 5% growth in actual jobs for accountants and auditors over the next decade. And to put that in perspective for you, that's actually a faster growth rate than the average for a ton of other professions.
But here's the real kicker, the plot twist, if you will. Nearly 3/4, that's 75% of all CPAs are nearing retirement age. So the crisis we're staring down the barrel of isn't a lack of jobs, it's a massive talent gap. And that creates an absolutely incredible opportunity for a new generation. So you've got to ask, right? If demand is strong and the supply of experts is shrinking, what is changing? Well, the answer is pretty much everything about the job itself. The role of the accountant is getting a complete, fundamental upgrade.
Look, yes, automation is here, and it's a big deal. It's taking on up to 77% of those routine, number-crunching tasks. But here's the thing you have to understand. This isn't a threat, it's a liberation. It's freeing up the best minds in the field to do what we humans do best. Strategize, advise, and create real, tangible value.
You know that old image of an accountant? The one buried under mountains of receipts and dusty ledgers? Yeah, that's a relic of the past. Today's accountant, they're stepping out of the back office and straight into the boardroom. They're becoming the strategic co-pilot for the entire business.
So, what does this new co-pilot actually do? Well, they're the ones who find the real story that's hidden inside all that data. They navigate the crazy labyrinth of global regulations. I'm talking about guiding the C-suite through those really high-stakes financial decisions and connecting the numbers on a spreadsheet to the company's grand strategy. That's where the value is now.
Okay, now, if you want to see this transformation in action, in a place where the stakes are incredibly high and the opportunity is just massive, let's zoom in on Africa. It's a continent that's seeing absolutely explosive growth, but it's also facing this really unique financial paradox.
So on one hand, you've got this incredible raw entrepreneurial energy. Businesses are scaling faster than ever before. But on the other hand, for those founders, finding the right financial expert to help navigate that crazy growth, it can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. The old-school professional networks just weren't built for the speed and scale of modern African business.
So that presents this just monumental challenge, right? How in the world do you build the digital infrastructure, the backbone, to connect an entire continent's most promising businesses with the financial talent they so desperately need to actually thrive? Well, that is exactly where innovators are stepping in. They're not just, adapting to the future. They're actively building the tools to power it.
And that brings us to Acubta. It's a platform designed from the ground up to solve this exact problem. The mission is huge, to create the #1 definitive digital network for accountants and finance experts all across Africa.
And this is really important. This is so much more than just a directory or a list of names. The vision here is for a complete ecosystem, a fully integrated platform that's designed to modernize how accountants connect with clients, how they operate, and how they scale their business.
So, let me paint a picture for you. An accountant in Lagos can get discovered by a hot tech startup in Nairobi right through the directory. Then, they can seamlessly book a project using the system. After they knock it out of the park, they can showcase that successful project to build trust and win their next client. And all the while, they're using AI to automate their social presence and connecting with other pros in the community hub. It's the entire professional lifecycle all in one place.
All right, so let's zoom back out for a second to the big picture. What does a solution like this, an entire ecosystem, tell us about the future of high-skill work, not just in Africa, but everywhere.
Well, it shows us something absolutely crucial. Technology, and especially AI, isn't replacing these high-skill experts. It's amplifying their impact. It's giving them superpowers. It's automating all the noise, which lets them focus on the signal, amplify their strategic value, and scale their expertise in a way that was just never possible before.
See, the demand hasn't gone away. It has just evolved. Businesses aren't looking for fewer accountants. What they're looking for are smarter, more connected ones. Professionals who can leverage these new digital ecosystems to drive real business results.
So let's just be crystal clear about this. Accounting is not a dying profession, it's a redefining one. It's shifting from being a historical scorekeeper to a future-facing strategist.
And here's the thing. This massive shift from operator to advisor, from repetitive tasks to amplified expertise, it's not just happening in accounting. So the real question I want to leave you with is this. What are the ledgers and receipts in your profession that are about to be automated away? And more importantly, how are you going to become the strategic advisor for your industry's future?